Hey there, this is Lynda Cromar. I have something I wanted to share with you. I think that you'll think is pretty cool. This is a finished product of a quote, but I have branded it a little bit more by adding my own personal information here, my website. And I use this in both Twitter and Facebook. Well, you can use it just about anywhere where you can post any kind of pictures. You see people doing this all the time. But what's cool is if you use something that helps them see who you are, even if they don't actually go to your website. Now, this is not clickable, so obviously, if they choose to actually do it, they'd have to type it out. But it's just kind of a subtle opportunity to brand yourself. So I'm going to show you how I go about doing this. Right now, I'm in PicMonkey.com, and I'm going to go back to the main page. And to avoid having to start from Google, I'm just going to go to www.picmonkey.com. PicMonkey.com. PicMonkey.com. And when you come into PicMonkey, now this is a free site that lets you edit and create what we call collages. And what a collage is it's got more than one section with more than one kind of graphic item in it. And I use that because then I can create that little part that you saw where the signature is. So first of all, you want to save some nice quotes that you would like to use that way, and it doesn't matter what they say as long as it's something that you like and you would like to repeat. Like I've got 3 here. I've got this one, these 2 here, and I got 4. I've got this one here with Albert Einstein. And you want something that already starts out that it's clear and it's nice. But I don't want a whole bunch of other people's information on this, so I try to find things that are clean, that don't have anybody else's stuff on it. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring that into my collage. Now right now it's going to come into this generic collage, which is, as you can see, there's 3 sections here. I'm going to pull this quote over to this small one, but I'm actually going to use all of the space except for this bottom part for this, and it's almost filled perfectly now, but I want it to be a little bit larger. So you don't want it to end up where none of this, where any of the words fade off, because that can happen if you get it too big. Leave about, this is about 1/4 of the space, or a little bit more than 1/4 of the space on the bottom. And then the second step is I'm going to come over here to where it says background color. Oh shoot, who is that? Okay, that was just my husband's office calling, so it was a good thing. So now at the point we have a white background. We don't want just a plain white background. You can choose any of these colors you want. I have kind of a signature color I'm always going for, which is kind of this, try to go to not too orange, but kind of a brick color. I just kind of like it. And you can achieve anything you want, really. Because first off, you click the color wheel, and then you can move it around however you want, light and dark. And then the next step is actually I want to put type in this space right here. So I'm going to go to the edit menu, and I'm going to say yes, I want to open the editor. Now that makes it so now we're locked in. This space cannot be changed. And now you have the option of being able to add any one of, a piece of text. So first of all, you choose the type of text you'd like to work with, and then add a block of text. Pull this down into this space here. And I'm going to actually make it take up all of the space because I'll show you why that's why that's important. I have to do it again because it disappeared. But I'm going to use all of that space. I'm going to pull it out so that it doesn't try to create weird lines of type. And then I'm going to click inside of it so that I can start typing. So now I have, as you noticed, I said for more information. So I'm going to say the same thing. And it's going to be default to black also on the type. For more information, go to, and then colon, then a second line. Then I'm going to do my website. Now I didn't put a www in front of it. They're going to assume that. And I do need to put .com because there's all kinds of different possible things. Now you have the type in there, but I want it centered and I want it to be a different color than black. And what I've been using is, I like if you notice the way they did the color wheel here, the brightest point is right through the middle. So I'm going to choose bright yellow, and that just pops really nice next to that red brick color that I like to use. So you can do any color you want, and I recommend you just find some color schemes that kind of just fit you. This is kind of one of the color schemes that has become kind of part of my logo, part of my brand. I use it all the time. I don't go too far off from kind of the same color. So just by doing a little quick thing with this PicMonkey collage, I have branded this really cool saying so that I can put this out on the internet anywhere I want. So the last step, of course, is to save it. And you want to give it a name because it's going to call it PicMonkey collage. So I usually say something, the first couple of words of the saying work so hard so that I remember what it was. And then I'll save it. I have a specific place where I'm putting it so that it all goes into the same pocket. And so, yeah, that's important too, is to have, if you're going to make a large quantity of these, which is what I do. Where are you? Then you're going to want to make sure it goes to the same place. So I have a folder called Success Quotes. So I'm going to save it in there. And so I'm going to use this on Facebook. I'm going to use it on Twitter. And so I'm going to go right over to my Facebook and put it in, show you how I use it. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. I put something in earlier, but there's a couple of hours. Well, I did a little text thing, but there's a couple hours since the last time I put something in there. So since I saved it there, it should be able for me to see it. There it is. So now it's going to show up, and what's cool is people are sharing these. I'm not putting links out to anything on these. I'm just putting them out there, and because they're different, because they're not like everybody else's, and because it just has my website on it, it's something that I'm finding that a lot of people are enjoying seeing, and that they're actually sharing it out on the medias, especially in Twitter, but they're also doing it in Facebook. And so that was a real simple thing you can do. Number one, go to PicMonkey Collage. It'll ask you to pick a picture. And then you go in and you actually widen it till it's this much space is that picture. And if it's a larger picture, you may have to fight with it a little, or even put it on the side. I try to put it on the bottom. I think it looks better when you do. It's easier to read. And sometimes you can just make this kind of fun. Make this fun. Bring people around talking to you because you're sharing something, but it's different than what everybody else is using, so it makes it kind of unique and interesting. It lets you brand yourself. So that's the finished product showing up in Facebook. And that particular uh, size that PicMonkey gives you as a base size seems to fit beautifully in the whole space without being too large, without being too small. I hope that's helpful. This is on my blog and in my Facebook page today. You guys have an awesome day. And of course, if you do want to know more about what I share and how I share it, that's all going to be at successwithlindacromar.com. You can also get on my newsletter as well, and that's at successwithlindacromar.com. Bye for now.